and thank you for tuning in, Rose Ward, Stampersdelight.com. Thank you for joining me on Monday Night YouTube Live. Let me get my glasses on here. Hi, Linda. Yes, definitely jump on, say hi. Don't forget to subscribe, share my videos, comment, because I am giving away giveaways from the comments and the shares. Hi, Joyce. Thank you for tuning in. So hey Stacy, I didn't forget about you. I do have your giveaway that you won. I will be getting that out this week. So thank you for your patience. Okay, so grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. And I'm so excited I got my PMS mug in today. PMS, purchase more stamps. I love this mug. You can get that mug too at Stampersdelightshop.com. I'm just going to move that over there so I don't get it out of, don't spill anything. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Jenna Marie. Hi, everyone. Okay, so let me flip the camera here and show you a couple of things. What I'm going to be showing tonight is Seize the Day bundle and how it goes so well with some other items we have in the catalog. But before I do that, I want to remind you to sign up for my February monthly online class. You have to sign up by February 10th. And this month, it's the Ranunculus Romance. There's 3 different options. I'm not going to go into those. I've been telling you, but you can read it in the description after the video if you'd like. And just go ahead and pick what option you want. Also, I want to remind everybody that Donna and I do have a new Fun Fold Club. That's $40 US. Each month we pick a suite that we're going to each do a fun fold. And then we do a video. The fun fold I pick, I show you 3 different variations. And she does the same thing with a different fold. For the $40 US, that includes the video. And it includes your designer series paper, ribbon, and embellishments. You do need the stamp sets, but you can also purchase that too through me. So all of this is on my website, Stampersdelight.com. You can check out all of my classes there, and I will be adding new ones. Okay, so we all know it's a celebration. Hey, Winann. Hey, Sherry. So today was an exciting day. Not only did I get my PMS mug, I also got my paper pumpkin Hugs and Kisses for January, just in time. So you can see this is the 2 different cards that they have. But I already started working on some alternatives, and I'll be doing a video on that. I'm not sure it's going to be a live video, but you will want to check out my YouTube and Facebook page for that. Okay, so we all know that celebration is going on with the mini catalog. Don't forget to join my team in Stampin' Up. You can get $125 of product for $99, and you get to pick 2 extra sets. I'd love to have you on my team. So just contact me or just go to Stampersdelight.com and click the button that says join. This is the mini catalog that we are working from. And here is the Seize the Day bundle, which is on page 38. Now, it does coordinate with Oceanfront, and I do have that stamp set here. I actually didn't use it, though. I got kind of carried away with this one by itself. I just love it. The other thing that it does go really well with, and you will see in a minute, is the Gentle Waves background stamp. Okay. So that goes really well with that. So those things do coordinate. A couple other things you're going to see me use, okay, besides Seize the Day and the Gentle Waves. You're going to see one sample I have with Friends Are Like Seashells. Remember this? This is still in the annual catalog. Great stamp set, die, and embossing folder. So that goes really well with this set too. Anything with the ocean. And here's that embossing. This is from the Pearl Ice paper we used to have, but I could see this with the mother of pearl. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to play with that. The other stamp set that you'll see a sample with is the Whale Done. Remember the Whale Done? That's in the annual catalog with the matching punch. And they all go really well together. Karen, you said have this only wish list to coordinate. The other thing that, and I'm so glad I found this. Okay, so this is that folder's no longer, but you got the Whale Done and you have the whale punch. Remember this paper? This isn't not available anymore, but I couldn't help but play with it because it went so well. I'm so glad that I found this in my stash and I didn't get rid of it. So all those stamp sets I will put in the description, okay, including the ocean front, although I didn't use that. I will get to that one eventually. Okay, so for Seize the Day, my stamps are not in here because they're right next to me. Let me show you the dies. And I'll be honest with you. I thought to myself, do I need another stamp set, ocean kind of thing? You probably said the same thing until I saw this gorgeous die. And I said, oh, yes, I do. I need that. I definitely need that. PMS, purchase more stamps and dies. I know it's the dies doesn't go with it, but, and you're going to see that die in action. Okay, so you want to see some of the samples that I have done first? Fingers are too big for the phone. Okay. Hi, Terry. All right, so here's the first one. And of course, I use that great marble paper that we have. Let me grab that. And if you order this bundle, you'll want to get that marble paper free from the celebration item, the celebration catalog, because it just goes so nice with it. Okay, so this is really color on color, tone on tone. This one, you can see I have that die. If you look real close, I have this back there, which is still available. The embossing folder and the die that cut it out. Okay, so I'm just going to be pointing out a few of those things. Yeah, the die won you over too, Bree. So look back there, and there'll be still shots later on. You can see that die, and behind that, you can see the Gentle Waves background stamp. So I did use all three of those. Thanks from the depths of my heart. And of course, when you open it up, it is just blank because I like to write my own message. And I just stamped the inside and, of course, the envelope. So that was one of the samples that I did. Hey, Perry, I'm glad you caught me live, too. So that's one of the cards I did. The next one is with the little fishes and the octopus, the crab, and all that. Now, again, what I did on this one is I cut out the die first, then I stamped the Gentle Waves over on this piece of cardstock, and behind it is that marble paper. So it looks like the ocean back there, but I did use the Gentle Waves background stamp there. Hi, instead, PMSD, yeah, PMSD. Okay, and wishing you oceans of happiness. And you can see I just layered those all up with different colors. And there's the envelope, because when you cut this to fit inside, you have that leftover piece. So I added that to my envelope. So that one has a little bit more color to it. And when you cut these out, see all those little holes? It gives you all these little circle things, which of course you save. Let me just kind of grab one if I can. See, it gives all these little circles. Can you see that on my finger? And then you can glue those on the inside to look like bubbles. Okay, so that was the next one. This one, I used the Designer Series paper, which is, it's retired, that I showed you. But I wanted to use it because it just looks so nice back there. And I know a lot of you are like me and you have your stash. So don't forget to dig out your stash and use that paper. And again, I used the Designer Series, retired Designer Series paper back there. And again, I cut this die out and then used the Gentle Waves on top of it. And that's just another thank you card, blank inside. And of course, this is our scallop punch. The next one I'm going to bring in is this one. And again, I use that background paper that's retired, but use the marble paper because that works out well too. But I just wanted to show you some variations. What I wanted to show you with this one, oh yes, and I've been using, I forgot to point that out, the faux glass, sea glass on these, right in the corner here. And there's the whale. So you can add that whale punch to this. How great is that, right? And there's all my little fishies inside. I also used Hoping All Your Birthday Fishes Come True, and that's from the Whale Done. Wishing you oceans of happiness. So don't forget that stamp set that's in the annual catalog, because it really goes nice with this one. Okay, the one I'm going to do today tonight, and I'm going to change it up, the color up a little bit. Are you ready to see it? As soon as I saw this die, I knew what I wanted to do with it. I did this a few years ago with that Christmas stamp set we had with the truck, and it's a shadow box card. So this is the front. You can see I used all those little faux glass, and I just stamped around all the greenery and the crab and the starfish and some fishes there. Thanks from the depths of my heart. And then when you open it up, it is a window box card. Can you see that? See, it's a box. It's a window box. Now, you could also put a piece of window sheet in there if you wanted to. But who wouldn't want to get this thank you card? And they would, I'm sure they would, if you gave it to a coworker, they would put it right on their desk, or you gave it to somebody, they'd put it on their mantle, and it just stands up really nice. Good morning, Nicole. It's cold in Australia? Oh, cooler day. Not as cold as it is here in New York. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today, or tonight, okay? So this is a shadow box card, and we're going to get started. So I am going to change up the colors a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. I'll tell you why. Well, I'm going to like it, but... Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start with a piece of regular cardstock. Okay, and this one is actually pretty easy to do. You're going to cut this at 5.5. I'm using Misty Moonlight now instead of the Coastal Cabana. So that's the change. One of the changes I'm making is the color. I'm going to flip it this way, and I'm going to go to 10.5. There's my 10. There's my 10.5. And I'm just going to cut that off. And of course, this will be for something else. I'll save that. Then I'm going to score it. When you score it, you just score at 1/2 inch. Slide it right on through to 4 inches. Just want to make sure I get that right in there. 4 inches. Then 4.5. Right there at 4.5. And then I'm going to go right to the 8-inch mark. And that's all I needed to score. Now, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you get some good crisp edges with your bone folder. Okay, and then we have that little edge right here. Okay, so now we've got that done. Now this is going to make sense when you see it. Okay, this gets glued just like that. That's what makes your box. But if you look at this one, you'll see that I have to cut this out first. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do, and yes, that die is a little bit bigger, so it does go over the side a little bit. But the first thing I want to do is, on this one, I didn't use the gentle waves. I'm going to use the gentle waves on this. So I have to bring in my Stamparatus for this. And I haven't done this yet, so I'm just playing, make sure it comes out okay. All right, so I am going to take my Stamparatus. Now, I want this piece right in here. That's where I'm going to ink it, but I don't want to get ink over here. So I want it, I got to take this off. You see, I wasn't even using it that way. Okay, so I want this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that down for a second. Now, I should have had my, let me do that again. I want these at the top. So actually, I got to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to put this right here just to hold one in place. And move it over because I don't want that there. I don't want it over here. All right, so let's use the Stamparatus to do this. Now I'm going to bring in my Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to have to do this twice. Because by making the card this way, this doesn't fit the whole card. But it should work. We'll find out, won't we? Make sure there's nothing on there. Okay, so I'm going to press that down. Yep, didn't get the whole thing. Although it really wouldn't matter because it's just going to be waves. Might even look better that way. Let me pull it down a little bit. Okay. Like I said, I didn't try this with this one yet. I was stamping it. Okay. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more. Get that part of it. Okay, that's good. I just want an outline. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that back up. I am going to see where I want this. I'm going to flip this over because now I just want that end right there. Okay, I'm actually going to lay that right down on it. Probably has enough ink in it. It doesn't, so I'm going to ink it up a little bit more. Just looking for some waves here. Some texture. And let's move that down just a hair. Get a little bit more in there. Okay. All right. That should be good. You're probably thinking, what is she doing? All right. Let's move that out of the way. Okay. So again, this is going to go like this. So you're not going to see that part anyway. But I wanted some texture here before I bring in the die cutting machine and cut that out. So I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to bring in that gorgeous die that I love so much. And make sure I have this go out. At this point, it doesn't matter which way I have it going. But okay, now this die is a little bit bigger, so it is going to go over that edge, but it's okay because that's going to get tucked in. And we're just going to cut this out. We'll make it work. Yes, you caught me live. Hi, Teresa. Okay, let's just back that out. Move that aside for a second. And take this off. All right, see, most of that we're not even using. So there's all those little bubbles I told you about you can save. Okay, let's put this die back for a second. Okay, so now when I fold that, you're not going to see that line. All you're going to see is some of the waves. And it doesn't have to have all the waves. It just needed some texture. At least that's what I thought. Okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of white cardstock. Let me move that over. And we're going to stamp some images. So I'm going to stamp, and a lot of times I have these images already cut. But not tonight, because sometimes it's fun to see them. Cut that one. I'm not worried if I get anything over there because they're going to be cut out. I'm going to go with the yellow. Little piece of paper got on there. Let's go with some coral, some Coastal Cabana rather. All right. And let's see what else. And then we'll bring in some crumb cake. The nice thing about this is I can do them all at one time, so it saves time. Let me move these back. Sorry if I hurt your ears with that. Let me close these up for a second. Bring this die cutting machine back in. You notice how I have top on here? That's because the bottom plates get messier than the top. So I like to keep one on that says top so it doesn't get as messy. And then when it does get messy, it becomes a bottom one. There's a method to my madness. All right, we're going to go ahead and we are going to cut out these little sea creatures. And this one you got to play with a little bit to figure out which, there we go. Okay. Nope, that's there. Where is it? It's right there. One of those is a little bit different than the other. And if you just play around, swing it around a couple times, there we go. You'll find the place. Okay. And there's one fish. Okay, where'd my other fish go? Already I lost one? Well, maybe it's inside here. Let me just check. I hope so. No, I lost my other fish. I know he's on the other table. Okay, we'll go with one fish for now. I do always count my dies before I put them away. Doesn't mean I'm always going to find the one I lost, but I usually do. Eventually, I found a die about 3 weeks ago on the floor here from one of the videos I did, and I didn't even know I was missing it. How bad is that? Okay, so we are going to just take these off. And before I lose another one, it's probably on my other table where I was designing. Oh, speaking of that, I finally did the video of my craft room reorg. So I'll be uploading that either tomorrow or Wednesday to YouTube. And I'll also share it on Facebook. I'm pretty happy with the way everything came out. And I had to do it right away because once I start crafting, it would never look that clean again. So look for that video if you've been waiting to see. Some of the things are new that I bought. Some are just things that I had that I finally cleaned up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is inside here we want paper. I'm going to grab some of that Designer Series paper, the marble paper, and we're going to cut that. Now, I have two pieces here, and I'm going to ask you for your opinion. This side or this side? This side I consider like the ocean. This side, or this side right here, is psychedelic to me. So that's how you're going to tell me. Ocean side, psychedelic side. I'm going to wait until I see a few people. I've been using the ocean side, that. But I'm thinking this side might look better because I went with the darker color. And while you're thinking about it, I can cut this out. I need this at 3.5 inches by 5.5, and I might have to cut that down. So that's going to go in here like this. Or do you like it better like this? I'm kind of liking that now. Oceanside. Everybody said Oceanside. There's the other side. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, it looks like Oceanside. Okay, so this is going to go right in here. So let me just move this out of the way for a second. So I am going to go ahead and adhere that. This is, you can see this is a new Stampin' seal. Oceanside. Everybody said Oceanside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right in there, just like that. I can actually go ahead and glue this now because everything else is going to be tucked inside there. Just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that piece. For this, I would recommend that you use either Stampin' Seal, Stampin' Seal Plus, or you use tear tape. You want something that's really going to hold well. It's not a hard card to make. These shadow box cards are not hard. As you could see, it wasn't. And I know you can see some of those bare spots, but we're not going to see those in a minute. So that's why I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so we're going to use some tear tape. Go bold or go home. Sorry, I already grabbed the other side, but that was good. Go bold or go home. I like that. Let me just pick this up. And that's going to get tucked in right here, just like this. So that's what I meant. Even though it went over to the side, you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to see it. Okay, and these pieces, you can't see where, and this just like fades out, so it's perfect. Okay, so that's the card there. Now, let's do the inside here. So we got some little guys, and you know what? I need some more pieces. Let me just see. Oh, I got some right here. Those are already cut out. So we got greens. We got a couple of greens here. I want something brighter, though. So let me grab that die and grab something else. Maybe a yellow. Maybe a yellow back there. I really want a lot of color in the inside of this. So I'm just going to go to the side and cut this piece out, okay? Give me 1 second. So I don't have to keep bringing it back in. All right. And this should come out real easy. I do have my wire brush over here if I need it, but I don't think I will. Okay, so that's pretty. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to decorate the inside first. Just grab those pieces out. What are you thinking? Do you liking this for the shadow box? I'll be honest with you, as soon as I saw it, that's what I wanted to do with it. So these pieces are actually going to go right inside here. And I'm going to glue those down. I'm going to grab my silicone mat. I'm just going to put some adhesive on those two pieces. Now I want the yellow in there first because it's already got a blue background. Then I'm going to put the blue. Just like that. It's coming together, huh? Okay, we got some little green ones, so we'll add those. Right where you're going to see them. Look at that. Okay, can you see the inside of that? All right, and now for our little guys here. I'm going to put this one right about here, but now I'm going to use dimensionals because I want those 3D. So where's the weirdest place you found a die or stamp? I mean, I've found them all over the place, but okay, so we're going to put him right there. We're going to take this little guy, let's see where I put that one. I'm going to add him right up here. Yes, it is lovely to play with. You're right. It definitely is. I'm ready for the beach. I'm ready for the ocean. I'm going to stick him right in there so you can see that. Okay, now these little guys are actually going to go on the outside. We got the little crab. And I got two of these and a little fish. Okay, so you know what? I should have put some Winkostella on them. Let me do some Winkostella now. Never too late for Winkostella. Okay, let's add some Winkostella on these ones. Okay, Winkostella. So you love this California girl. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay, so now I'm going to take this dimensional and put this fish right up here. Just making sure he's going to close. Yeah, he's off. Just, I don't want that falling. Make sure the fish is not past that edge. All right, let's grab the little crab. I'm going to put him right here. I'm going to switch to the mini dimensionals, the baby dimensionals for this sand dollars or starfish. Starfish. Put that one in there. Grab this one. And put that one right here. Look at that. What do you think? Look at that scenery. Not hard at all, was it? Okay, now let's do the front. And that's where I'm going to do quite a bit of stamping. And again, I'll have the directions or the dimensions on my on the descriptions later. Okay, so this piece has to be 4 inches by 5.5 because it's got to cover that right there. Okay. And that's going to get glued onto here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp around that. So I'm going to use some different colors here because the ocean has a lot of different colors, right? I'm going to start with the Misty Moonlight. And I'm not re-inking everything. I want some light and some dark. I even think I'm going to put some maybe Bermuda Bay in there. You love this? Oh, thanks, Stacy. Thank you so much. And still shots will be on my blog tomorrow. Or let me just clean this off because now I'm going to go with Coastal Cabana. Sorry, my arms are in the way. New table and I'm already running out of room. Let me stamp that off for a minute. Okay, Coastal Cabana. This is one of the first techniques I ever learned, or first card I ever made was just like this. And all I had to do was put a sentiment in the middle and layer it on some cardstock. Okay. This one was a thank you card. Let's do this one a little different. Seize the day. Wishing you oceans of happiness. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that first. What is the other one? The thank you and the seize the day. Okay, so we're going to go right in here. Wishing you oceans of happiness. I'm going to bring in my little fish. And for them, I'm using Petal Pink. I use Petal Pink, Crumb Cake, Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight. We're going to stamp the larger one right here. And the little one right here. And then I have these cute little dots, which are bubbles. I'm using the Misty Moonlight. You can also use a lighter blue like Balmy Blue. But I'm stamping that off twice. Since I already have that here, I'm just going to go with that one. And you can see that I'm making little bubbles here. but I didn't want them too dark. And then just right there. So there I have my little fishies. I'm going to bring in my starfish. He's going to go right there, right over everything, okay? He can go right over that. He's hiding. And here's your little crab. Reminds me of Maryland crabs. Love Maryland crabs. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to grab that Wink Stella. And I am going to put some Wink Stella on this. I'm just going to go through a few of these so that they have a little shimmer to them. You may not be able to see that on the camera. I just think it needs it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to bring this in. Now remember, this card is going to lay just like this. And what you can do is you can just make sure that when you're folding it, you just burnish it a little bit. This is going to get glued right on top of here. You want to use this part to put your glue. And if you want to use your liquid glue for this, that works well so that you don't have to press down on the card. So you can see I'm using all my glues tonight. Oh, you're welcome, Molly. Want to make sure I get that on the right side. We're going to put that right here. Slide that right into place. Okay, so now you're probably asking, okay, well, when you open it up, you see this right here. Well, that's going to get covered up because I have another piece of that marble paper. And I am going to cut that and put that on the inside. So again, at 3.5 inches, and we use the ocean side. I want it to match. So it's 3.5 inches by 5.5. And that's going to get glued right inside there. And if it needs to be trimmed just a tad, this one does. So actually I would do it at 3.25 or 3.125, just because of that makes it less bulky. That's going to go right in here. And again, for this one, I'll just grab my liquid glue. Are you loving the set now? Oh, yeah. Make it for your brother in Hawaii. Perfect. With all the fish. We are going to put that right there. Slide that into place. So there's the front of the card. When you open it up, you have the inside like that. Inside is going to say seize the day. So let's grab that. And let me see what I have in my little paper stash here. I keep all these little tags. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Little circle. We'll use the little circle. We're going to say seize the day. I'm going to grab one more dimensional here. And I'm going to put that right inside there. Just tuck it in where you can read it. Right there. How's that? Seize the day. Wishing you oceans of happiness, and then seize the day. Now, I want to put some doodads on it, so I'm going to use the sea glass. Let me bring that in. And let's do the front first. So I like to use all 3 colors. I'm just going to put a couple of these here. Even the white will show up. It's really fun pieces here. Put 3 there. Put a couple here. Just willy-nilly wherever you want them. So I got them there. I'm going to put some more down here. I just love this sea glass. And don't forget, it goes with all those other sets that I showed you, too. Got some sequins there from something. And let's grab a white one. Oh, that just went flying. Okay, I guess we're having a yellow one. Okay, so now I have some sea glass on the front. Hi, Linda. Okay, and there's the inside. Now I'm going to add a little sea glass on the inside. Just a couple little pieces. Maybe a couple there. A couple up here. Grab a white one. One of the white ones went flying over there before. There you go. Now, what you could do is you could put more of the these little guys on the inside here. And then you just grab an envelope. It does, look, see, it folds flat and opens up. So it folds flat, and then you can put it right in an envelope, just like this one. So that is my shadow box card. Let's grab an envelope. Oh, thank you. Perfect dimensional card. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so this piece is going to go right here because that's my leftover piece. I used to save those leftover pieces. Now I realize they're perfect size. Well, I've been doing it for years, actually, now. Perfect size for the envelope, the lip of the envelope. So that's what we go with. Don't forget, you order the bundle, a couple of doodads. And you can get the designer series paper that I used for free during Celebration. Can you believe Celebration's half over with already? Oh my gosh, where's the time go? Okay, let's stamp this on here too. I'm going to use, which one? I'm going to use this little guy because he's so stinking cute. I don't want that dark. I'm going to stamp off once, and there he is. And he fits right in here. It fits. It's just a little bulky. There we go. So it takes a little bit of pushing to get it in there. And that's glued down. And there he fits in the envelope. So let me pull this back out. What did you think? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So this was the card that we did, the shadow box card. And I will have still shots. When I finish my lives, I do take the pictures for the still shots, and I try to upload everything the same night. Sometimes it doesn't get done till the next day. But you see in here, I didn't have anything other than the thank you on the front, and anybody can just set that on their desk. Who wouldn't like to get that? The other cards was the one where I paired it up with the whale done, and you could add the whale in there. And again, you can see that I used the Gentle Waves background stamp. This one, again, I used the Gentle Waves. I did use the Retired Designer Series paper. So if you still have that in your stash, guess what? You can use it again. And you can see I got the little sea glass right here. Makes me want summer. Here we have the marble background paper, again with the Gentle Waves. And this is the Scallop Punch. And the very first one I did, which was tone on tone, color on color, a thank you card using the seashell background and die from Seashells Are Like Friends, was it? Seashells, Friends Are Like Seashells. So I paired a lot of things up tonight, but I did want to show you how well they go together. Which one was your favorite one? If you can choose, let me know. I'm going to be on the hunt for my other little fish. And before I do that, I want to remind you of my class in February, online classes, Ranunculus Romance. I want to remind you of the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club. Everything will be in the description. And now I want to do a giveaway. This week's giveaway goes to Diana Antu, A-N-T-U. Diana, you need to contact me and give me your address so I can send you your winnings. Elizabeth Folcomer, I did hear from you, but I still didn't get your address. And Stacy, yours will go out this week. Remember, I will be giving away something, well, today, Friday, and next Monday. And then next Friday, a week from Friday, on my birthday, I'm going to be giving away this great emergency stamp kit or stamp bag. It's a little bag. And it's on my website, my apparel website, Stampersdelightshop.com, where you can buy a crafter one or a stamp kit. It's an emergency kit, so you can put your block in there, your glues, some dimensionals, a couple of stamps. But I'm going to give this away on my birthday, February 4th, Friday morning, 9 a.m. on Facebook. And the way you get in that drawing is share, comment, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube, or comment and share on Facebook. So you loved all of them. The last one was your favorite. The last one was your favorite. Okay, well, I did good then. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you have a great week. I will see you on Facebook Friday morning. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers.